And we're back with another one. This is Yo That's Larry podcast. If you're new here, this is what we do here. We cover world news, current events, and we entertaining as hell. But maybe not this time. We're still entertaining, but we got some very crucial topics to talk about. And I'm here with my man Brooklyn PeeWee. How you doing today, bro?
Oh, I appreciate being here. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, brother.
All right,
Thanks
it's
for having me.
no problem, no problem. All right, one thing I want to do, like we're gonna talk about, or at least I want to talk to you about the Charlie Kirk situation. But we gotta put on the white gloves,
I understand.
and we gotta approach this situation with care.
I respect it.
First, I want to ask you, how do you feel about the situation happening?
Well, it says America, right? And he kind of spewed a lot of rhetoric and a lot of things that I didn't agree with. But you know, he had an audience for that.
Yeah.
You know, and I respect that. He wasn't a political figure. He could say what he wanted to say, right? And what happened to him, I'm not even gonna say what I actually feel about it. But it, to me, from what I'm seeing on social media and things, to me it looks like it may have been something they lined him up for. You know, I'm not gonna say, you know, how I actually feel about him as a person, but from what it looked like to me, they lined that man up, and I think he pretty much overall he wanted to be a martyr, right? So he's a martyr now, right? I'm not gonna say he got what he deserved. I'm not gonna say that. I wouldn't dare, but he's a martyr right now. Wearing the white gloves, Charlie's a martyr for that particular cause, and those particular people who subscribe to that particular rhetoric and that particular ideology. That's what it is with him, you know. But it is what it is. This is America, you know. And in the immortal words of Cameron's character on Paid in Full, niggas get shot every day, B. You know?
Yeah.
But it happens, right? You know, I know kids get killed all the time. It is what it is. You know, he was a fortunate tragedy in this American theater that we call. It is, you know, so he's a martyr now to the cause that he represented. That's how I look at it. He is a martyr to them, you know.
Yeah, and I respect that. Like we don't wish nothing like that on anybody.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like that we're not that damn insensitive, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I have noticed, because I didn't really know the guy, like I've seen him before. When like by name I didn't know him, so I went and looked up clips and stuff, and it's like I have seen that guy come across my timeline.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about some of the stuff that he would say, I've heard black people say some of the same things, some of the same things,
Indeed.
and it's gonna be taken differently from a black person saying it than
A white
a
person.
white person saying it. Like just
Absolutely.
being real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
And-
know, this scale we live, the scale is always, it slides this way, it slides that way. You know, I'm well aware of that. Because a lot of times black people say some of the same stuff about other black people. You know, so being that it was said that he said it, it became racist and inflammatory. Some things he did say was racist and inflammatory. You know, but I don't think nobody should be killed, you know, for the purposes of what they say. And this is a free speech.
Exactly.
You know, as far as a society, so they say, right? But
Supposed to be.
supposed to be. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Supposed to be, you know? Yeah. But
Now I've noticed something going through the clips. Now you may not agree.
I got you, brother.
He could possibly be sort of say the white Charleston White.
Yeah. But Charleston White, yeah, I could say that. Yeah, that sounds about correct. But the thing about with him, his cause was his cause. Charleston White, he throw axes at everybody.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, I don't care nothing about this one, that one, the red one, the white one, the blue one, the green one. The dog, the roach, everybody. When Charleston White, he proves a lot of things. It's for the purposes, it may be for entertainment purposes, but a lot of things he speaks can be actual facts. This dude was more opinionated than anything. That's the thing about him that I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I didn't care for it too much. But this is America. You say what you want to say.
True that.
So this is constitutionally right. Like Charleston has this constitutional right to say what he want to say. I like a lot of stuff he says. Because at some point, some people need to be kicked in their butt. It is what it is.
Now I'm you say you like what he says, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make you stand on your tippy toes with this.
Some things.
Now, do you only like it because he's black?
Charleston White?
Yep.
Nah. If somebody else would say, if it was truth, I could respect the truth.
So
it doesn't matter if a green person said it. It wouldn't matter to me if the truth resonated in the top of the conversation. I could respect that.
Okay.
But if it's not truth, and it's just rhetoric and his opinion, that's what I don't like.
Yeah. Like I would just, I had to throw that out there. Being that you said it. I
respect it. Yeah.
But just to go to dig a little farther, to have that happen to that man in front of his kids,
his kids was there?
Yeah, I heard his kids and his wife was there. So it was almost on like a Malcolm X type.
The L.R. Malik Shabazz though.
Yeah. So I heard I won't watch the video.
I seen it, man. It is so in some of the videos I've seen, not for nothing, it looked like it was they lined them up. It's people went back and him throwing signals.
Yeah.
Wow. Then it's like, it's one guy on one side throwing a signal. There's a guy standing behind him throwing a signal. And it's like, I don't know how what's going on from a conspiracy theory standpoint, but it doesn't, if it look like it smell like shit, it's yeah.
I will ask you this. What do you think this could lead to?
Wow. We can go civil war behind this. And it's like, it seemed like it's a Democrat and Republican thing. The right wingers are saying that, it's a leftist plot and scheme for whatever purposes, for gun rights or this or that, so it just seems, it's like I said, I don't know what type of conspiracy it is. It could be a Manchurian candidate step up there and did that. We don't, nobody knows. The way this theater is very Shakespearean. We don't know who the culprits are. We don't know exactly what type of plan they had in effect before this, but it was a plan definitely in effect. It wasn't something somebody thought of for 20 minutes. So I'm going up there and whack this guy.
Not saying I don't agree. I have had this thought. Do you think that it's possible it was based on jealousy? And
because he was a media darling.
Yeah.
For the right wingers.
Not even that deep. He's a media darling, and I got my own opinion.
Yeah.
You have your own opinion.
Indeed.
Okay. I started a podcast. You can start your own podcast. Yeah. Anybody can start their own podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. This man started doing what he's doing or what he was doing, and he reached a certain level.
Yeah.
So he got people listening.
Indeed.
When he showed that he's coming to a certain area, people show up.
Indeed, yeah.
I think it's possible that somebody could have just been filled with jealousy.
Wow.
And if you can't beat a man,
you gotta kill him.
You beat the man.
Ooh, good point. I don't think nobody would have that much hatred in their heart. I hope not to kill his man just to get a slot. But this is the times we live in. This is America. You know what I'm saying? This is America. You know, not the United States, bro. This is America, and it's horrible out here.
Yeah.
And if they did it just for that purpose, man, God damn. You know what I mean? It's awful. I never thought of it that way, but you know, it could, like I said, they can make it look like whatever they want to make it look like. You know, the media's spinning it this way. You go on CNN, they spinning it another way. Everybody got their own spin on it. I'm hearing that they whacked him because he had anti-Zionist views and all of this. You know, and you know they the biggest crew in the world right now. You know, so I'm not gonna get into that. I don't want to get you shadow banned talking about the small hats.
Yeah.
But it's like one of these things where it's. I mean, like here's the thing. You think the dude gonna make it to trial who whacked him?
He's not cooperating at this moment.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, he's not cooperating. Which I mean is understandable.
Yeah, I get it.
Like you stay quiet as long as
Yeah.
possible or whatever. But will he make it to trial? I say he does. I don't feel it's a big conspiracy plot. I don't feel that. Like
Okay,
I honestly feel that it's a person acting on their own agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly. I mean, I hope it's that. You know, because like I've been running through it a little bit since that happened. Like, damn. You know, like what is the agenda at this point? You know,
that's the with the agendas. Okay, you have the real agenda, right? Whatever the real agenda is, that's 80% of the pot. All right, the water is getting muddied with, like, if I got my own agenda by covering this, somebody else got their own agenda by covering it. So that's another 20% of agendas that's muddying the waters where the real agenda is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I don't, like, I got that theory. You know what I'm saying? My theory could be wrong. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But there is a real agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, at work, absolutely. It's something at work. It's a hand we don't see. It's an unseen hand. But it's like I say, it just look ugly. Either way however you spin it is ugly. You can't put lipstick and makeup on this and kiss it. It's ugly.
But I don't like the way they're trying to spin it as if it's like this could lead to like
a civil war.
A close friend of mine sent me the video of it, and I was like, man, I can't watch this. And he was like, this is just to show you what war looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I don't think that's what that is, but they're trying to spin it and turn it into that.
It seems,
you know
that's my feeling, right? What you said right there, I feel like it's something they're trying to do to actually cause a very big civil unrest on both sides of the aisle, you know, whether you subscribe to Democrat, Republican, or whatever it may be. I think that's what I feel it's kind of like that. Because right now I'm seeing all of the stuff that's going on both sides. You know, it's bad. Like, they talking crazy on both sides. So like it's kind of like gang violence. So and that's what was coming out of his mouth. They was asking him something to the effect of, you know, how do you feel about gun control or blah blah blah? And he was like, well, you know, when it comes to gang violence, and they just popped this, they just did what they did to him.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, so they turning this Democrat and Republican thing into a blood and Crip fiasco kind of thing like that. But you talking about major machines, you know, who got major money and donors and all of that, you know, so or lobbyists who fund money into their particular causes and all that sort of thing versus very tribal gang shit. This is something World War II type. This is a World War fiasco. It can go either way if it get that bad. You know what I mean? Maybe it won't. I hope not. You know what I'm saying?
So if that's the case, does that mean that what he was saying was that influential?
Yeah, to the people that loved him, to the people, to his the the people who subscribe to that particular ideology. Yeah, you listen to a lot of stuff he was saying. He was talking about hip hop. He said some real greaseball shit about hip hop. He said something to the effect that we need to eradicate the hip hop and rap music because it is dissolving our core values as Americans. With some of that, I can agree with some of that. When it comes to drill and all of that, that's not my thing. But he was talking about it as a whole. Like, he was talking about it from a person who was actually, like, he's an outsider looking in. And when I'm understanding that he listened to hip hop when he was younger. He was into that sort of thing.
But what makes what he's saying weigh so much? Like it's different if JD Vance said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
JD Vance is really JD Vance don't really have his pulse or nothing, right? This guy, he only 31 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not a person who holds any political office
At all.
So he's like us, but he got, he's really their mouthpiece. He's attached to them, but they don't have to. Nothing he says can be traced back to them. Then after he gets whacked, Trump said he was like his son. So you think if this would have been, you got what I'm saying? If it would have been somebody when Obama was president, or if Khaled Muhammad was still alive, any of those guys are still alive, or anybody, like, remember he distanced himself from the preacher when he was running.
Yeah. That's
basically what it is. Like, he didn't distance himself from those particular type of people. He brought him into the fold. That was his son. That was Trump's son's best friend. See what I'm saying? The shit the conspiracy gets thicker. Like, what is this? So was it like a how they do in certain societies when they deal with war or mafia stuff? It was like a warning shot. That's how I see it. All right, we can't touch you. I know who we can touch. Stop playing with us. It's kind of that's how I feel about it. Yeah, because he was rocking with them. That's their man. You know what I mean? Trump said it. He was like a son to me. Whoa, this guy was like a son to you? Screwing all that bullshit? Come on, man. So just think if Obama would have been president and he didn't even if something would have happened to Farrakhan, and he's like a brother to me. Now we got serious problems. Or whoever who speaks about uplifting black people, or who has the agenda where it doesn't make black people look like buffoons and stuff like that. Who wants to make us look like who we are. And if he sided up to them, oh man.
All right. And I'm only gonna say this because you put that type of spin on it. All right. If you have a friend, somebody that you call a friend, but what their thing is in the dark is they're a thief.
Yeah.
Right? They steal from women, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you call them a friend. Like, you calling them a friend, should that be held over your head as you support him doing that?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but in the political arena, this shit is about perception. So being that, this is the president of the United States who's saying, this is my friend, like a son to me. So you mean to tell me you co-sign what he's saying?
I get what you're saying.
You got me? Yeah. If Farrakhan would have been talking, or that whatever the preacher name was, or whatever the nigga name was, and he co-signing what that man's saying, Obama would have never got elected or whatever. Or when he got in office, he'd have been like, yo, that's my man. He's our clergy, to the family.
Yeah.
People want to look at him like he's crazy. What? You co-signing this man? It's the same thing.
That's deep.
Yeah, same thing. It's just two ends of the bird. It's all one bird. It's just a right wing and a left wing. So now on the right wing side, this was actually the few that got it up. They say he was responsible for getting all them votes for Trump through the social media and stuff, because he's young.
So he appeals to a certain demographic that he can't appeal to that.
So and maybe I'm naive to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you dropping a bombshell on me because I wasn't thinking about it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Trump saying that he's like a son to me.
Yeah.
Like, is he aware, like,
what it makes it look like?
What it makes him look like?
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. Because they, at this point, you know, that their political influence and ideology has how can I say it? It's kind of infected so many places and so many people who has bought into it. He could care less at this point. You know, I'm hearing he trying to run for a third term. He trying to do an FDR on us. Yeah. I had a bet with a guy that worked with me, and he was like, "Nah." I said, "Listen, we got a little gentleman's bet." I said, "Listen, I guarantee you, this man's gonna run for a third term. Even though he's 80-something years old, he need to go sit down. But he's more cognitive than, you know, Joe was. But still in all, like, yeah, I don't think J.D. Vance got the traction. He trying.
Yeah.
They pushing him in the political arena for that, but I don't see nobody on the Democratic side who can go up against him except for Gavin Newsom, homie, the governor of California. Yeah. He their biggest opponent, and he not laying down. Everybody else is laying down for these dudes. They laying. They really. It's like they gangsters. Get down and lay down, and everybody laying down.
I had a homeboy of mine, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to D1. Okay. He broke it down to me about the conservatives and the liberals.
Yeah.
By the way we live our life, by the way we think, we are liberal.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Conservatives is the ones that try to keep things the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The old, they want it to remain the way the old way.
The system, they wanted. If it was up to them, slavery was never ended. If it was up to them, you know, okay, remember everything they do was like anti baby boomers.
Yes.
Like abortions, drugs, this, you know, they stop and frisk, all of that. They into all of those things that are counterproductive to us. That's why, you know, like depends on what type of lifestyle you live, you know. For me, it would be like, I can't do that. But Democrats, they want some sucker shit too. I can't put them on my shoulders and hold them up and throw my fists up with them. Because I see a lot of shit they do. They turn their back towards crime and all that type of shit. Really, not that they play the harsh role on it, but then again, they help perpetuate all the bullshit that still go on. Where you can put some type of change in these cities, in these communities, because you might have you are the voice of them, but you kind of perpetuate it. You keep it where it's going to continuously going on and on and on. Only one thing I can say, like when Obama and them was in office, and you know Joe and them was in office and all that, and it was all that money was being towards all these social programs and all that. Why is this still projects then? Why is it still a ghetto? We shouldn't even have these things. If y'all holding the bag, y'all got the bag. Why is still all that? It don't make sense to me. None of it made. I grew up under Reaganomics, so I already know what that was like.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They dealt with benign neglect and all that. They didn't care about us. They didn't care. Now, so they finally get the bag. Clinton came. I'm harsh on crime. I'm locking niggas up. Mandatory minimums. Whoa, you know what I mean?
And that's when like the factories start going overseas.
Absolutely, because of NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement.
Yep.
So I know when that happened, I was like, yo, this is what's happening. So you taking all these jobs and factories out of these communities where a lot of these people got themselves out of poverty from working these jobs. You send them overseas, so now a lot of these places, especially, we see it here, it's desolate.
Yep.
Only a few places where people can really earn an income. For the most part, all those places have been plucked out. A lot of those, they probably got factories in Mexico, Costa Rica. I've been witness that. When I first moved out here, I worked for a manufacturing place where they actually brought people from Costa Rica there for us to train. I remember that. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? They was like, yeah, they're gonna move some of it. And people didn't think nothing of it. Boom, they sent them people back 3 months later. They had a meeting. They was like, yo, we out of here. They ain't gotta pay them no health insurance. They paid them probably a fraction of what we was getting paid. No, they ain't gotta do none of that because their laws are different down there. They ain't got no unionized nothing down there. Nothing that's going on down there.
And see that's a lot of stuff is it's a smoke screen.
Yeah.
Okay, with the deportation, right?
Yeah.
Like you may work at a place right now with somebody who is illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the job that you work at pays $17,
I got you.
right? The illegal is probably willing to do that same job for 13.
Exactly.
So if they get enough illegals to do that job,
Indeed.
it can drive the wage down.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like these companies are act like they don't know that they're illegal.
They know.
You know what I'm saying? They know. You know what I'm saying? So like the deportation thing is a bigger play.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it. I totally get that. It's a smoke screen amongst other things. You know, it's just I don't know. It's you know, it done changed so many from when it first happened, when they first brought him in to now, you know, not even the narrative, but the way I look at it is different from when I first saw it. It's like, damn, like it's now it's really sickening in some ways, but like, you know, if you come in here for criminal means and all that and start a criminal organization to come over here to do your thing, ain't no difference than when Italians came here. Ain't no difference when the rest of them came here. The Eastern European Jews came here. Ain't no different than that. Only people that should feel some type of way about that is niggas. You understand? We can't go nowhere. Where we going? The only people who should feel any type of way about any of that is us. But that, you see what happened in Chicago? They said the mayor put all his resources into housing these people where they can't even budget. They think for education. Their kids may only be able to go to school half the year because he gave the money up for that.
All right, speaking of Chicago, what do you feel about the troops possibly going to Chicago?
Oh man, I mean, I'm not from that city. I've been there maybe twice. I don't think it's gonna be no different than what happened in DC. I don't think they're gonna buck the system.
No.
It's impossible.
Like,
it's possible.
I heard a man say today, he say, like, you seen these videos of, man, don't come here, man, we got switches, man, we ain't scared of it. Man, you talking about the U.S. military. A military that's trained to take over small countries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just a portion of a city.
You're nothing. Come on, they'll come.
A blip.
They'll come through Old Block. They can shoot you from DC with a drone and tear all that up. Y'all niggas, it's by. I mean, come on. That's from an ignorant standpoint. Come on, you talk like you said. This is the U.S. military. Supposedly the strongest military in the world. Right? Ain't the biggest, but it's the strongest. And y'all talking about y'all got switches? Come on, what are we talking about? They got M60s that shoot just as fast as that. Bullets this big. Come on, what we talking about?
And I know they're not gonna get reckless like that. Like they ain't gonna unleash no M60.
Nah, they ain't doing that.
But it's just the thought of it. Like for you to have the matter of fact, forget that. The reason why we're seeing those videos,
yeah,
like it made me think. Because at first I was like, damn, that's harsh to send military to a U.S. city.
Yeah, they did it in D.C.
I'm with.
Matter of fact, they didn't bring them. It was just the federal government with the feds with the D.C. They didn't bring the military. My understanding, it was just the feds was around and all that.
And crime stopped.
Crime stopped. You got mixed. Some people was like, oh, I ain't want them here. But there's a lot of people, working class people, saying, I'm glad they here.
That's what I was about to get at.
Yeah.
With Chicago, you seeing the young guys saying, we got switches, don't come here, we got gangs, all of that. All right. And I was on the side of them. I'm like,
I feel you. I'm the same way.
Don't send no military to a U.S. city. But then I had to think about it.
Yeah.
There's a little old lady that lives in those communities.
Exactly. Who can't even go to the grocery store.
In
But
peace.
y'all shooting.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
shooting. She's a civilian. She ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
You can't tell me that they ain't sent letters to DC.
Yeah, the same
We
way.
need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure.
But the media or these social media platforms is showing you their ignorance.
Yeah.
That ignorance don't represent the whole Chicago.
Whatsoever.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
pretty sure people say I'm glad they coming. But what I did notice is, like, they sending all these federal troops and federal officers to cities that are democratic places, right?
I didn't look
You
at
know
it.
that they talking about. But here's the thing: the cities who have the highest crime rates are cities that are Republican places. Why they not in New Orleans? Why they not in St. Louis? You understand what I'm saying? Places like that. But you want to send it to Chicago and DC. And they talking about Baltimore too is another place they talking about. You know, why they not in Phoenix? Their crime rate is crazy. But those are all Republican places. They sending it to places who got Democratic mayors and all that type of stuff and Democratic constituencies. So it's a game they playing, you know. I'm just sitting back watching, like, damn.
See, all right, you just broke it down. All right, so they playing chess.
Yeah.
It's a chess game.
Yeah.
Cause like from the outside looking in, I'm like, man, we hear about this. We down south, and we hear about Chicago stuff for the past decade.
Yeah, like yo, they turning it up out there.
Labor Day, 54 shootings.
You seen that?
You know what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous.
And that's just Labor Day.
Yeah.
What's special about Labor Day?
Because when you live in northern cities, Labor Day is really the last summer holiday. Like it's gonna get cold next week, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
So like here, it's warm basically all year round. We get our little cold days, but it be like for a day or two. We might get days in the 20s, maybe for 2-3 days, and it might be 75 tomorrow after that. So in those places like New York, Chicago, places like that, why they turn it up so bad on Labor Day? Because that's the last really summer holiday where people gonna be outside. Then it's back to work. Within a couple weeks, now we gotta wear coats. People not outside as much. That's why that is, like in those places like that. It may be snowing maybe next month in Chicago, but here I've been outside here Christmas with t-shirts on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's basically why they act that way when it comes to that Labor Day holiday. Where I'm from in Brooklyn and Crown Heights, that parade is a big thing. That be the last little bastion of the summer that you holding on to. If you ain't party all summer, you're gonna party that day. The whole weekend, Juve, Labor Day, all that. You're gonna party, you're gonna do your thing. And it's gone, it's back to work. Now we back to what we was doing. Getting to whatever we was trying to get to, get myself out of poverty, whatever it may be. So those places like that, it probably was cookouts everywhere. So you know how it go. Because it's over with after this. We may not throw a cookout no more again until Easter.
Yeah, until next year.
The next year, because it's gonna get cold. But here, Labor Day is not as big as it is up there. Labor Day in my hood in Brooklyn, in Crown Heights, is the big thing. It's the biggest thing. Because it's like, they shut down everything, man. You're gonna party, you're gonna eat good, you're gonna drink good, you're gonna do it all. So it's the next thing. The next Tuesday is back to normal. Then it's because everybody back to work. Everybody, but then you're gonna look at the newspaper, how many people got shot at the parade, or this happened, that happened, because these people are not gonna gather in that mass abundance no more until it get warm again.
And I'm glad you shine light on that, because I that's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
But
versus the 4th of July, because they still got all summer. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But why is the gun violence the first thing to go to when you get a crowd of people in Chicago?
That's crazy. I think because that's when they see each other. Now you got a crowd, they seeing they ops, whatever it is, they enemies and all of that. Where if it would be, it should be a thing where, okay, I always said that about around my way, like when Labor Day, back when I was young, it wasn't really like that. Like in the 90s, it wasn't all that shooting and all that Labor Day, whatever. It was like people, they had beef with each other, they gave them a pass at the parade because it was the parade. It was like, it was sacred.
Yeah.
In a sense, so like at some point, like you should have something that's sacred where you got to get this man a pass. These people will pass, whatever, Now I'm looking on the thing in Brooklyn. You got Bloods and Crips waving flags and all of that. You know what I mean? That blood, it ain't no country called Blood or Crip or nothing like that in the Caribbean. But they waving the flags like that. So, which I was like, yo, that's crazy. When I was young, it wasn't like that. We were just out there partying, eating jerk chicken, you know what I mean? Roti, you know, drinking rum, all that type of stuff, having a good time, dancing with the girls, you know what I mean? And that was it. But now it's like, it saddens me when I look at it now. Like I said, I haven't been to a Labor Day parade. Last time I was there at a Labor Day parade, I think Billy Clinton was down there and they clapped somebody down there. He wasn't president at the time. If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't president. I think George Bush was president at the time, the last George Bush. And they clapped somebody down. He was like the grand marshal of the parade. And I remember somebody getting clapped out there, getting killed that day. And I was like, damn, that was the last parade I was at. Yeah, I haven't been to a Labor Day parade in forever, bro.
And see, like it's stuff just like that. Like I had a long conversation with my daughter last night, and we was talking about like our family trips, right?
Yeah.
Like my family looks forward to the family trip.
Indeed.
But I'm looking forward to it, but my mental is on making sure that they're safe.
Yeah, that's the father. That's the father and the husband in you, bro. That's what that is. You doing that's the mind state you're supposed to have. Whether the safety and the sanctity of my family when we go on this trip. You're gonna be on the swivel. They're gonna be having fun.
Yep.
Your head gonna be like, yo, what's going on? They're gonna be doing what they're supposed to do. You know, that's part of being a parent and being a husband.
Man, I broke it down to it last night. I was like, when we went to cause we went to Atlanta probably about a month ago now.
Yeah.
So we went to Atlanta, and I was like, there were certain moments where like I might pull up in a parking space, and I'll move parking spaces because I don't even like the layout of the parking lot. Or I'm moving up under the street light. I'm moving. You know
because you wanted to be visible.
Yeah,
you ain't want to be in the dark and some goons coming out. You know, come on, Atlanta. Be honest with you, but when I was living in Atlanta, went to shit. That shit looked crazy now. Last time I was there, I was not feeling it. I was like, yo, you know, it's still a good place to be, but it's not like it was when I was there in the early 2000s. It had a different vibe. Now it's like, to me, it's like, okay, years ago, like in the 80s, she was the girl who was cute. She ain't know she was cute.
Yeah.
She ain't know that. When I got down in the 2000s, she knew she was a bad bitch. She knew she was, oh, I'm fly, this, that, and third. So now everybody done ran through her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She alright, but she ain't the bad bitch that she once was back then. You know, that's what I see about it. Like I'm seeing when I was downtown, I seen a lot of stuff that was boarded up. I'm like, what's going on? Where the money at? You see the money is being diverted into those counties, outer counties and little small towns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's still money in Atlanta. It's still like it kind of, but not like it was when I was there, like in 01, 2000, 01, 03, when it was like, it was the mecca of the black universe. It was like everything was in Atlanta. Like it was so magnetic. You wanted, you know, I was gonna quit my job and move down there again. I said I might go, you know, when I left, I was like, damn. And I was like, you know what, I might go back out here. But I, you know, in some ways, you know, the cards fell where they were supposed to. You know, yeah. I'm where I'm supposed to be, you know, at this time in this space for a reason. So I don't have no regrets about not leaving or nothing like that, or living any other place. I'm good, you know. Yeah.
I just know like I understand that, and I just know like when I take my family,
yeah,
like
I don't care.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
That first day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I explained it to her like y'all happy, y'all done went to the stores and y'all done bought stuff.
Yeah.
All that. All right, let me rest for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I haven't even had a chance to enjoy myself yet.
Yeah, because it's like you mentally exhausted from you know, you kind of like got to make sure everything is secure. You got to, you know, everything comes with that. I get it. I totally get that. You know, that comes with being a father, being a husband, being a protector, being a provider. That is that. Now, if you was a bozo, it wouldn't be that way.
It wouldn't even care about
oh, man, let's, You know, come on, you could have had him in the spot.
I was there.
Yeah, yo, you know they was shooting where I was at. You know,
Nigga got shot right
beside me. Like yo, like they glorify shit like that for what? You got your kid with you. Come on, man, you the bozo. The kid could have caught one of them slugs, man.
Now, since we didn't move the conversation to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What do you think about Young Thug?
Oh man, like with that situation, I don't really got a whole lot to say about it. You know, like not to piggyback. I've heard this before, but I have also thought this before I heard it. What they expect he was going to do? The dude was in a dress a couple times, like so. What they thought he was going to be a stand-up guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This dude was in a dress. You know, he was a lot of other stuff. So like, I've heard situations. I got friends I know from New York who doing like 12, 15 years from some shit that happened in Atlanta, and gangsters told on them. You know what I'm saying? So like Atlanta dudes, they be gangsters and rats at the same time, killers, everything, hustlers, but they gonna tell on you. This is what I have friends who doing time in Georgia State Penitentiary because of what a gangster told the police.
So you do agree that Young Thug was telling?
I don't know, but what I saw, it seemed like he was ratting on people.
You talking about in the interrogation
interrogation room. But like what point did it make? Because that man still got 15 years probation. You know, he in the mix. You think he could do 15 years probation? He in the mix like that? He must gonna move to some real small country town where he ain't got to be bothered with niggas.
Well, you know they banned him
from Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
I seen that shit, but I mean, damn, he. Whew.
They said that's 15 years on layaway.
Yeah, that's crazy. They coming back for that. So he better go do something, join the church or some shit. Cause he's I mean, come on.
And I like, I'm like anybody else. Like when he did the interview or whatever, we all wanted to hear his story or whatever.
Yeah, I watched it.
But at the same time, like you know that there's certain stuff you ain't supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, he should have just kept his mouth shut.
Like
he should have just asked for a lawyer. Yeah, man, they giving him pure hell.
Like
they call it, they naming it, they coining it now, Ratlanta.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn,
because even
see how they flip on you so fast.
And I'm glad he getting to see it, but that lets me know you've never experienced it.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You must have was the popular kid always.
Had to be.
You know what I'm saying?
For him, you know, to look at it what it is now, he never experienced the scrutiny and the eggs and the tomatoes being thrown at him. Because he don't know how to duck this.
Man, he said he can't function.
I believe him. How he was talking and all that. He said Woody was always, like a special ed case. No disrespect to people who was in those classes, but he said he always had to take medication. He said he's a certified nut. You know what I mean? So he's slow. Pretty much what he was saying. So. At the end of the day, the man still is. He said he's a confessed killer. So a killer's a killer. I don't care what their IQ is. If you a killer, it is what it is. You can have a 200 IQ. You know what I mean? Or you could be a Forrest Gump killer. You know what I mean? It don't matter.
You know what I took away from it though. Yeah. Like with the interview, and just like at the moment when he started crying, right?
Yeah.
Or he shed a couple tears. Like he's so brainwashed on what he believes.
Yeah.
That like we can sit and have conversations about snitching and who did this and who did that, what you ain't supposed to do, what you're supposed to do. Like he's so brainwashed on it. Like it's almost like his religion.
Yeah. They subscribe to that particular gangster lifestyle that now that rat thing is put on his jacket, snitch or whatever. You know what I mean? He can't live it. He's just
bro. They better keep an eye on him.
He might kill himself. I wouldn't be surprised. He might OD off of pills or something. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's sad that he worried about that shit. It is what it is. You did it. Own up to it, bro. Don't duck it. They got you on camera. Telling, what I mean? whoever leaked that, you know what I mean? They said it was the DA. That's crazy. Yeah.
They dropping them shits like mixtapes.
Yeah. So that's telling you like, yo, they said, damn, we couldn't get him, but we gonna get him though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they gonna hurt you.
They tarnish your image, you're gonna be nothing. No matter where you go, you know what I mean?
what they call it? They gonna hurt you the long way.
The long way,
you know
yeah. They played with him. Now he's in a position where he got 15 years probation, right?
And nobody at this moment, nobody want to fuck with you.
Yeah, and you can't even go to your city that you from.
Nope.
You can't go. You go there, you a violation of your probation.
Yeah, you
well,
better take your money and ride off into the sunset, buddy.
Better go get him a church or something. You know what I mean? They gonna respect it. Them old women don't care about that. You know what I mean? Come on, go study the Bible. You might get some followers. You all right. You good. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna care about none of that. You can't. You gave your life to the Lord. Is what they're gonna say.
He went through some turmoil and turned his life around.
He'd be all right. Yeah, but he's so caught up with the lifestyle that he coveted and subscribed to it, and you know, and that image itself, you know, that he was a stand-up guy. We see he's not really that, and it's heartening to the people that follow him. You know what I mean? So, you know, who bought into that. Not only who bought into that, the guys who doing penitentiary time for trying to be like him, and who stood up, and to see him do that, come on. That's like a Christian going to church and find out Jesus is a faggot. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like to them. You know what I mean? Real talk. It's kind of like it's hurt. They hurt by that. Like damn, like Thug stood up, they got 15. They come to find out he done told. Come on, that's probably what it's like.
That's now you just put that shit in perspective.
That's basically what it's like to them. You got dudes who listening to that music and got caught up in that, and they got hyped up, and they done committed crimes because they was influenced by this particular music and this lifestyle. They locked up, they done held it down and all of this. You know what I mean? Then you know, oh yeah, Thug, you ain't got to. Next thing you know, he telling they behind the wall because they was they was influenced by this. You know, this whole thing, this particular entity they call trap and drill and all this fake shit that's out here. These niggas they certified actors.
And it's all fake. And
it's fake,
I just had that thought the other day, like it's all fake, yo. Like shock value, like I brought up Charleston White earlier. Like it's all shock value. You know what I'm saying?
At least we know with him, that's what it is. He gonna tell you, you know, that's basically all it is. But damn, just imagine how many kids is locked up for shit, trying to be like this dude. They got brought into that, who families were affected by, you know, this particular guy, not for the case itself, but just the influence being who's influenced by this guy. Can you imagine that? And now they behind bars 30, 40 years, 10 years, whatever.
Hell, the one dude, what, he got 70?
That's crazy. God, too.
70 years. They don't even talk about him.
God damn. See what I'm saying? Who held it down? Now this man told. All of that. Got other people caught up in that. Got indicted later on and all that type of stuff. We're going to get them later. So it won't look like they can't trace it back to him.
See, like, I said this a couple weeks ago. I said, like, the whole no snitching thing, you can't have a blanket statement of no snitching. Every case is going to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So it's a case-by-case situation.
Like, if you a civilian and you ain't out there busting no licks and all of that, you not. I think that's something that should only apply to if we crime partners and we busting licks together and you went in there and told on me. Yeah, now that should apply. But if I'm a civilian and I'm out there, I'm working every day, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's not my lifestyle. It shouldn't apply to me. I shouldn't talk to the police either, but it shouldn't apply to me like an old woman or something. You living next door to them and y'all selling drugs in front of the crib. And she say, you know, I'm calling the police on these niggas. How was she a snitch? She not a snitch?
Nope.
You know what I mean? Come on, she got to admit it.
Get in the house, old lady.
Yeah. Doing all that type, the old lady telling she's snitching. No. You ain't got no business in front of her crib anyway. You're supposed to respect your elders. But these kids ain't got none of that type of moral.
Even past the respect the elders, just respect the next man. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Like, what's to stop you from moving 25 feet that way? You know what I'm saying?
Like, they go. Let me move out the way. Like when I was a kid, I remember when older people used to walk in the building, niggas be in the lobby smoking weed, whatever they was doing, gambling. They see them, they will stop immediately. We would stop immediately, help them with their bags, all that stuff like that.
Man, I done had older people tell me, "Oh, you ain't gotta do all that," because we trying to clean up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I call them back. But we trying to get ourselves together and all of that.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta do all that. Just let me get on
Yeah,
by.
they have
You know
no
what I'm saying?
respect. None of that. Like, like I see that. I'm seeing young boys, they cursing each other out. Lady 70 years old right there. We wouldn't dare do that in front of no older people. If we did, we find, oh, excuse me, miss, I'm sorry. And they don't care nothing about that.
No.
What type of creatures are these?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a like we talk about indoctrination. Like,
Yeah.
That's indoctrination that you don't even think about, but that's definitely part of it.
Indeed.
Like that type of mentality. Like, who raised you?
Exactly. And it's championed these days for you to be that type of way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I have heard a girl told me one day, was talking to us and shit. She was like, "Oh, my son, he out there, he getting it in. He busting licks and all that. And you proud of that shit?
Happy for him.
You proud of that shit?
He ain't no punk.
Yeah, yeah, my son get busy. You proud of that? You proud of that? Not only that, it's not like if any of the proceeds going to you, he ain't even making no money. He just out there, a little dirty, stinking nigga with a big ass gun on his hip, running around, you know what I mean, shooting at other dudes or whatever, they ops or whatever, and that makes you proud that your son is doing shit like that? You be alright until he get pinched and you gotta go to the penitentiary to see him, or you gotta put money on his books. Not only that, when he get in jail, he a stone cold sucker, and niggas is got him washing clothes and shit. You don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you
washing
think
in the sink.
oh yeah, he tough. He washing out shitty underwears.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? When he get in there, you know what I mean? All that type of shit. You sending money to 5 or 6 other niggas' books, and you like, oh, why they do? I got a write up. I can't get nothing. Nah, you paying to live. You paying rent. That's the stuff they don't talk about. Yeah, but they son so tough. He walking around with big guns and all this shit, and that shit crazy, man. Yeah, it's no pride in that.
Like, that's why I would say, man, we've lost our way.
Yeah,
as a people, and like kind of like to go back around to the Chicago thing. Like, I don't live there.
Yeah.
But with the stories that we hear, I can't be mad about them thinking about sending troops up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
because I think about if my mama lived up there.
yeah, or my
like,
grandparents, anything.
Hell, where my mama live at now? Like, she's had a bullet come through her window
Wow.
and stuck in the wall.
Yeah,
The cops had to come dig this bitch out. You know what I'm saying?
These kids, it's just, I ain't gonna blame it on all the kids. They big homies and shit. Who the ones who got them in that direction, they even worse. I want to smack the shit out of a lot of them.
The blind leading the blind, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I be like, yo, like, you ain't even tough like that. And you got him on dummy missions doing this, that, and the third. You ain't even like that. So why you got them doing that where they gonna ruin their life forever?
And what they do, start smiling, start laughing?
Yeah, like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? That's how this shit go. No, I don't go like that.
Yeah, you gotta earn your way around
Yeah,
here.
you ain't even like that. But you got young shorty doing this, all this type of shit, and you sending them on missions where they shoot up people's cribs and all that type of shit. But you ain't even like that. You ain't tell them when you was locked up that goddamn you was sitting at the day room table. You wasn't sitting with the homies. You wasn't sitting with nobody. You couldn't even use the fucking phone.
Look on top of the head, you can still see the speed.
Exactly.
Nigga, that nugget in your
Yeah,
ass.
exactly. Yeah, they got deodorant on the back of his head. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't tell him that. But they idolizing you like you some type of tough guy. You came home and all this shit without a scar on your face. Yeah, because you was in PC most of your big. You ain't tell them little niggas that. You ain't tell them that. Come on, man.
Like,
It's
that's what I'm saying.
sickening. It's sickening. It's sad. But like I say, that goes back to the whole Young Thug and them thing, where they, these kids, and not even kids, young adults as well. They idolize these particular figures and celebrities and crime figures, and then they go down and they almost hold it down. Which I think if you commit a crime and it's something that you did, hold it down. The thing about it is not like you getting any extra points for holding something down. You're supposed to do that. You get jammed up, you're supposed to not say nothing, take your time and keep it moving. But while you in there, everybody, he ain't tell. Well, he in there doing all type of shit. You know what I mean? Come on, he's sneak thieving. He washing underwear. He can't use the phone. He laying down with homosexuals, all that. Yeah, so when they come home, they don't tell them people that. Yeah. All they know, he came home, he got 30 pounds of muscle added on him. He muscle was, yeah.
He was in there getting busy.
He was in there getting busy, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. But, he was getting busy, all right. Yeah.
I got a homeboy that, like, in my 39 years of living, like, he did one of the realest things I've ever heard of as far as people that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he had got caught with, it was a car. It might have been about 4 of them in the car. Whatever. Yeah. So you know how you getting your weed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you going to get your package or whatever. Yeah. And car get pulled over. He has the most out of the car, right?
Yeah.
So somebody else might have had a little bit over here, like a quarter or something. Somebody else had a blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they pull the car over, he knows he can't get rid of it. He can't get rid of his.
Yeah.
He tells them, "Give me y'all stuff."
Oh, that's a very noble thing to do.
Cause he's like, hell, they got me.
Yeah.
Like the quarter and the blunt ain't gonna make no difference on me. I'm already caught.
You gotta respect the man like that. That's a very stand up thing to do. I mean, you gotta tip your hats off to him. And I hope they put some money on that man's books when he went up or whatever happened.
Man.
Or help him get bail money, whatever it was. You know what I mean? For him making that decision, and I have seen cases like that. I've been around stuff like that where it was something similar to that and those people held it down. Like, okay, I'm gonna take that. I'll take the charge.
That's the part that gets left out.
Yeah.
That's what you just said. That's the part that get left out.
Yeah.
They just don't tell on me.
Yeah.
But you ain't doing nothing.
Nah, I'm taking the charge.
No. I'm talking about after you take the charge.
Yeah.
The putting money up.
Yeah.
Like, where is that?
Yeah. Wait. Okay, I got to get a lawyer now. Okay, I got to get bonded out, get a lawyer. Then if I do get sent up, are you going to look out for my family? Are you going to come by my mama house just to make sure she good? Or you want to at least take the trash out or do something? We was we pretty much in this thing together, but you took everything. Are you going to do that for me?
I wasn't involved in the situation at all.
Yeah.
And I can about put money on I may have been the only one contributing. Like, I may be wrong. It may be some shit I don't know.
Indeed.
But I may have been the only one contributing or asking, what you need. You know what I'm saying? You got it? You straight? Y'all straight? I ain't got nothing. I wasn't there. I'm
you ain't
just
got a dog in the fight.
I ain't got a dog in the fight. I just don't want to see nothing bad happen to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But, and I may be wrong. I can't speak on what everybody else was doing, but I wasn't hearing that during that time period.
I get it.
This is years ago, but
and what you heard was probably true, more so than anything. This is, I hear the catchphrase I hear a lot today. I hear that the streets is a myth. I mean,
I've been saying that lately.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, and it's not what it was when I was young and as a kid. The people who was involved in the streets, who had some type of morals and principles about themselves, but still in all, a lot they sold the myth to a lot of my generation. I got friends who been locked up since they was in their teens, who came home in their 40s. Facts. You know what I mean? And they still not the same. They never gonna be the same. But we all bought into this fictitious thing, you know, of what it is and all of that, about the streets and all that. But like now, it's not even a myth. This shit is like it's like something that is it is a lie. You know, a myth could be altered. It could be into truth a little bit. This shit is a lie. Like and he's a lot of people who are involved in it now that I see, they don't know anything about nothing they're doing or what they're getting into. You know, and the dudes who hyping them up to do these things, they're a bunch of suckers.
Bruh, like people ain't gonna like me saying this.
Yeah.
But what I've realized about the no snitching code,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of scary niggas that is doing crimes and they don't want to get told on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's all it boils down to.
Yeah, in a sense, I could say that.
Like it ain't this big
Yeah.
street code mentality. No.
That shit is over with.
You just a scary nigga that you want to be able to roam free.
Yeah.
And do whatever the fuck you want and mess up the community, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to talk shit or you want to be upset about somebody not rolling over for you.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
I see a lot of that. I could say that. You know, it's no way. Like, you know, right now somebody gave me 200 pounds of weed, I give it back to them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you because it's ridiculous out here, or whatever type of paraphernalia or contraband they want to give me. It's bad. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I'm like, wow, I'll be damned. You know, it wasn't like that. You know, this shit is deteriorated all the way into shit. It's nothing. Is you know somebody may bust a little lick here and there with a couple customers they got and they loyal. That's what it is. I can get it. But this shit is like some different shit now. It's like, oh man, like it's sad. And it's over with. To be honest with you, it's supposed to be over with. This shit, it had its time.
Yeah.
You know, it had its time. Like, you know, now what I'm seeing is a lot of synthetic drugs out there.
Yeah, that's the scary part of it.
Yeah, the fentanyl, that crystal meth, all that type of shit. That's the new wave for them. You know what I mean? So not only that, a lot of dudes who sell those drugs are junkies themselves. You know, they smoke that shit and whatever. They pop the pills. They junkies themselves.
They're selling something in order to support
their habit. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, like if they out there like that all day like that, why they ain't up? I mean, they ain't even got a car. What kind of shit is that? I mean, come on. Like, you out there 24/7 all day, you busting all them licks. You ain't even got a car, man. You ain't even got a car seat for your baby. Come on. You got to be out your fucking mind. What are you doing this for? Come on. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
But before we get out of here, this is the night of the Crawford Canelo fight. And we had a small discussion before we started.
Yeah.
But Crawford versus Canelo, who you got?
I got Bud in 6.
You got Bud in 6?
Bud in 6. Even though you made it clear to me, you know, as far as the situation, he hadn't fought with that weight he put on. But I like Bud in 6. I think he's going to take him down in 6. You know, that I'm confident about that. I may be wrong. They may laugh at me when this is aired, and he was like, "Damn, that was a bozo goddamn." That was a bozo prediction, but I still see, you know, Bud in 6. It's going to be a hell of a fight. You know, not only that, like this is probably the biggest super fight we've seen in a long time.
Very long.
Everybody ducking each other. They got let's get in the ring. Let's do something.
But I mean, Canelo wasn't gonna take the fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wasn't gonna take the fight because Canelo looked at it as it's unfair to him for the simple fact of if Bud wins, Bud is this American hero.
Yeah.
If Canelo wins, what is Canelo?
I get it. Yeah.
Like there's no upside for him.
Yeah, I got it.
So he asked, if you want me to fight him, I need like 150 million, 200 million.
Yeah.
So
I could whoop him and ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or even if not that, you got to make him worth my while because there's no real upside for me.
Indeed.
This man is moving up 2 weight classes to fight me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could put on the weight.
Yeah.
But
he ain't going to have the speed. That's the only thing about it. Like,
he might even have the speed.
I don't think... I mean, I think he's gonna win, but he's not gonna be as fast as he was at his natural weight class.
But
you don't have that.
Crawford at they fight at 168. So Crawford at 168, you have not been competing at a high level, taking punches from another 168 pounder.
Facts, yeah.
Like consistently, like Canelo. Like there's a clip of when he fought Billy Joe Saunders, and that was like at 160 or something like that. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, 2020, something like that. He broke my man eye socket. He broke facial bones, all of that with an uppercut. Right, the man ain't fought since.
Whoa,
ain't fought since. Not saying that's gonna happen to Crawford, but that shows what Canelo is capable of.
Indeed, yeah.
At a weight class that he's comfortable in.
Indeed, yeah.
Crawford gets hit frequently simply because he is the master of switching styles on you.
Yeah, yeah.
He could be orthodox.
Then southpaw.
Then southpaw.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get caught switching styles.
Yeah.
You might be going to sleep. So my prediction is I'm taking Canelo. I don't think it goes 12. Honestly. I think Canelo gets him out of there. Crawford might be able to make it to the 9th round. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see.
So I'm just surprised that because I had to ask you, are you going for Crawford because he black? You know what I'm saying?
I like the way he fight. You know, I like the way Canelo fight too. But it's just, Canelo got a lot more wear and tear on him.
He does.
Than Crawford does. But we're going to see. Tonight we're going to see. We're going to see, it's the biggest super fight we had in a long time. Everybody, in the uproar about it. We will see tonight.
Man, and I just heard that Canelo went and got Boots to spar with.
Serious?
Seriously. Ooh. He went and got Boots. And the kid from Florida that's Olympian and all of that. He just became pro. I don't really count that, but I guess he's using him for maybe his height or something.
Exactly, yeah.
But Boots is out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's been calling out Bud for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got him to come in, spar with him, and they don't show the sparring session, but based on the camaraderie between them two, but Boots must have gave Canelo good work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Canelo was on some shit like, hey, good working with you.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Hey, before I leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gave him that work,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think Canelo felt good about this. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
you know
I got
what I'm
this
saying?
one, yeah.
So, I'm looking at that. I'm like Bud claimed the fame. And I don't want to, if Crawford sees this, I think you got skills. I really do. You know what I'm saying? But what you did to Errol Spence, I feel they're using that as your claim to fame. And
that's like his biggest highlight film.
It's your biggest highlight film.
Yeah.
But you ain't did what Canelo has done.
Yeah. Canelo has more he has more accomplishments versus him, but I still think he got more wear and tear. And we about to see what it's gonna be like tonight. Yeah.
And I've said this in the past. Bud is a hell of a fighter. But Bud is competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can run fast, Bud feels he can run faster. If you can play 2K, he feels he can beat you in 2K.
Mm-hmm.
If you can wrestle, he feels he can out wrestle you.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's great to be a competitor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A competitive like that. But Canelo is a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that too.
4 years old with boxing gloves on.
Indeed, he's been doing this all his life.
I think that's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His mindset is gonna be different towards this fight than Bud's mindset.
Yeah.
Bud is chasing legacy. Canelo is just You think you could beat me?
Yeah, another feather in his hat. Yeah, I get it. But
60 other guys said the same thing.
Yeah.
But yo, is there anything else that you might want to throw out there? Real
I
quick?
just want to shout out to my uncle Charles Davis Woodrat, passed away last week. You know,
R.I.P.
You know, R.I.P. to my uncle Charles. You know, he was a good dude. He was solid, hard worker. He was a man's man. I'm gonna say that. He was a man's man. You know, shout out to his daughter Kim and his son Muscle. You know, we here with you. Basically, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I want to say R.I.P. as well to Michael Wilson, Pookie. He showed me a lot of life lessons, and I don't think he realized that he did.
Indeed,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I just want to say R.I.P. to him, and my prayers is with your family.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm gonna do what I can as far as to like keep check on everybody or whatnot. But like that really hit me this week.
Oh man, yeah, same with my uncle, man. It was shocking. He had been sick for a while, but you know, like I still remember him as being the strongest one. Like he was always, you know, strong dude, hardworking dude. You know, solid, funny guy. You know, R.P. Woodrat.
But like this has been another episode of Yo That's Larry Podcast with a special edition. You know, I had to call in Brooklyn PeeWee for this one.
And I appreciate it.
And we definitely gotta have you back on again.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? With everybody here.
Yeah, whenever, I'm grateful for that. Give me just, let me know, holla at me. Now I'll be back.
I got you. Ain't no problem, dog.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know like some of y'all views as far as the stuff that we talked about. If y'all agree, let us know that you agree. If you disagree, let us know that you disagree. Like we still learning in this thing, and we trying to build this platform just so that we can have our own opinions broadcasted, and maybe we can get people to agree, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, like my main thing is just being able to voice my stuff, because I walk around and you bite your tongue about stuff.
Indeed,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I use the platform, it really helps me to kind of vent a little bit.
Absolutely,
you know what
absolutely.
But
it's therapeutic for what you need it for, brother.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate y'all. So I'm Larry.
Brooklyn P.
You know what I'm saying? This has been another episode, but we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.